Not the most exciting slide you've ever seen, but this is really important. So I don't care whether you've got a corner shop, whether you are a one-man or one-lady outfit, or you've got quite a big team, right? Business is about a couple of things, but mostly it's about data. It's about customer data, finding customers, understanding them, matching your product to them, understanding them, selling them the right thing at the right time. It's about data. And in most businesses, your data looks like this. It's dark, you do a bit of analysis, you've got some tools, you might have some kind of SaaS you're playing for every month, and it gives you a few insights here and there. The beauty of AI is that in your hands now, all of you, quite literally, you've got tools that if you take this scene, apply AI to it, it looks like this. So now you start to see spectral vision, infrared, whatever the hell you want to call it, night vision. You can now see things in data, in your customers, in their sentiment, their needs, the way they feed, the data they're giving you, your products and services. You can now see things that your competition who are not using this can't. And when you respond to that, that's what's called competitive advantage. Good old-fashioned competitive advantage. And that's what you can now do. This is what it empowers you to do, is see into data in ways you never could before. So the core of all AI is not the prompt and the model, it's your data. So the first thing is record everything. Every phone call, every Teams meeting or Zoom, whatever you use with your clients, prospects, record everything. Because now you can now analyze every single phone call across different dimensions. Interest, propensity to buy, the product they're interested in, extract information about them, what they said, what they told you. I'll show you some examples and update that to a CRM and then keep it. You couldn't do that before. You only really recorded calls if you wanted to do some training and you'd pick 2 out of 100, or if you're regulated, which you kind of are, but record everything. Conversations are now the ultimate data, which you couldn't really analyze before. So I'll touch on robots. So I've got the bottom right robot. It's called Destiny. Comes to events. Couldn't bring her today because security gets upset when I turn up with these things. I've often come along with it and said, no, you can't bring that in here. Yeah, it's like I took it somewhere to NEC. They wanted health and safety assessment at the door. Security is like, anyway. Also, Destiny. Don't ask me why they keep teaching humanoid robots to do kung fu, but I don't know if that's the best thing they should be doing. Well, she's learned kung fu since last week, since last time I saw her. So these are robots, right? So you're going to see in your environment, when people meet Destiny, our robot, they look at it, they're bemused for a couple of minutes, and they get on with their lives. And when I look at people doing that, I think, you know what? That is like somebody. Have you seen that famous picture of Broadway in New York in 1901? It's Broadway full of horses, right? And then they show it, I think it's like 10 years later, there are no horses. It's all cars and one horse. So this is robots. These things, they're a bit clumsy now, they're a bit more controlled car, but they're now learning. You saw the Sora video, they're learning of our environment. So the point here is, I'm going to do something which I probably shouldn't do. Never do a tech demo because it always goes horribly wrong. But what they're using, I'm going to take a picture of the room. I'll delete it in case you're not supposed to be here. Well, I'll take a picture. I've just said I haven't done anything clever, just said describe this scene, right? So hopefully the Wi-Fi works. So these physical things that are becoming got more dexterity, they can do parkour and backflips, I can't. They can now see our world and understand our world. So Piers, this is the wide angle photo taken from the front of a conference room, looking out over a seated audience. There are about 70 or 90 people in that square there, arranged in theatre-style rows. The audience is predominantly business professionals, smart casual, business attire, mixed genders, ages, mostly adults. Most are smiling, good, and looking attentively at the speaker. Thank you. Good to hear. Full marks. The setting is a hotel or conference venue, low ceiling, chair, blah, 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 blah. I could go on. I could ask it, what watch do you think the people in that photo are most likely to buy? And it's seen 1 billion people of all different races, religions, creeds, and nationalities wearing watches. It'll give me a good idea, actually. That's the power of it. So put that in one of these, and that's where the world's going. These things, there'll be more of these things, and some might be like spiders. I've also got a dog, quadruped, great for security. You'd walk up to you in your warehouse and ask you, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? And scan your face, right? And then tell someone you're not supposed to be there before you kick it. So put that technology in these things, You can see where it's going. So expect robots to change the world. They'll be looking after you in your old age, for sure. So let's talk about AGI, right? And we're going to get into the bones of it. I'm going to give some examples of how you use this technology. I want to be more practical as well. But you've got to understand AGI. The thing about AI is, it's that rice grain thing. It's changing. And it's like when you start a business, people say to me, I've been running a business for 3 years and it's hard work. I'm like, yeah, it is hard work. And some of you are going to experience this. But all the effort you put into it is compounding. You just don't feel it yet. That's why most startups, it's 3 to 4 years of grind. And then they get into the kind of scale-up phase, and they can raise Series A, Series B, or more money. Then they grow, and then they get into a growth phase, Series B, C. All businesses are the same. That effort's compounding. And that's the same in AI. We just don't quite know when,